Hello, everyone. Okay, so if you listened to the first episode, let me just do a quick little recap about what you missed or what you heard. Wait. Okay, so I woke up. Wait. I'm going to back up even more than that. I got separated from my party of tall people and my best friend Bang because I got swept away into a river when we got attacked by bandits. Remember that part? Okay, so when I woke up, I was tied up and locked up in a cage on a pirate ship. And I met a couple of goblins, and one of them was grumpy, but one of them was nice. And he sort of turned, like, I guess, well, he didn't really help me escape, but he was nice. But he said he wouldn't tell anybody if I escaped. And so I started chewing on the rope, and then I remembered that I could wild shift and turn into a rat. So I did that, and I got off the ship, and then I found a place to sleep on the side of the river under a willow tree. And then when I woke up the next morning, I met Twig, who looks just like a twig, but that they have willow leaves for wings. Anyway, they're called a weepling. And now me and Twig are traveling together because Twig was like the bravest of all the weeplings and wanted to go beyond the cherry tree. And so Twig is coming with me as I go and try to find Bang. So that's where we're at now.
Welcome to episode 3 of A Tale of Two Kobolds.
Yay!
We are back with Fizzz, me, as the GM, and we're going to pick up and find out what Fizzz has been up to.
Yeah. I'm excited.
I am too.
After that riveting recap, I hope you guys remember what's going on.
That was a good recap. I enjoyed it. It was better than the one I had, so
okay.
You're good.
In character recaps, I like it. I think that's going to be what we do.
Okay, fun. I love that this is just kind of growing and becoming what it will be in the future.
Yeah,
as we go along. So Fizzz and Twig, you are continuing upriver, and like you're walking sort of close to the shore. The river's to your left, and this forest kind of just stretches into the right of you. And sometimes you have to go a little bit into the forest to get, as the trees kind of creep close to the river bank and even hang over it. So to continue your path, you have to kind of go a little bit deeper into the forest.
Yeah, that's cool.
As you're walking along, Fizzz, kind of what is kind of going through your head? Twig is just kind of nervously resting on your shoulder. This is the farthest they've ever been from home.
I think Fizzz, well, she's probably still a little bit sore from being battered by the river and then I guess asleep in a cage for 2 days. And Fizzz is very ADHD, so I'm sure like travel is going a little slower than she would like. But she doesn't even realize that, like, stopping and looking at that pretty flower or that cool shiny bug actually takes time out of her travel. So yeah, I think she is keeping her goal in mind. She's not like so ADHD that she's going to be like, oh, right, yeah, I'm supposed to be getting back to my friends. Like, she definitely has that goal in mind. But she's very easily distracted.
I don't know anything about that
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. And I think she's also fascinated by Twig. She would definitely be asking Twig about, like, weeplings. What's it like to be a weepling? Things like that. Tell me about, like, your whole species and all of the history of all your species and everything.
I gotta remember, Twig has this Twig voice. I can take my Twig voice.
It's just a high pitch voice.
It's a high pitch. It's way up here, right?
Yeah.
I think it's way up here. Okay. Well,
I don't know. We just come from the willow tree and magic. Because the forest is magic.
The whole forest is magic?
Yeah.
Wow.
Did you know that?
No.
Oh, yeah.
It just kind of seems like a regular forest.
Well, you haven't gone really far into it, but well, I haven't either. But I just know it's magic because that's how I'm here.
Wow. She kind of turns toward the forest like, well, now I want to go. Oh, but I should probably follow the river.
Yeah, we'll find your friend,
Yeah.
and then we'll go in a forest.
Oh, that's a good plan.
Yeah, to be
Well,
well.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm a little nervous too.
Yeah. Oh, are there scary things in the forest too?
I don't know. I've never been.
Oh.
I just always. I'm a little nervous, like right now too.
Aw.
But-
Well, don't be nervous.
Well, you're here, and you're bigger than me. And so that's okay.
Yeah, we'll be fine. It's okay.
Do you do magic?
I know some magic, yeah.
What kind of magic do you know?
I know like nature-y stuff.
Like tree stuff?
Like tree stuff, yeah.
Tree stuff's fun.
Yeah. I can make vines grow up out of the ground.
Oh, that's fun.
And I can make berries.
What are berries? Like berries? There were a berry bush by the willow tree.
Yeah, those like people eat berries. I don't know what weeplings eat.
I don't either. Sunlight and
Yeah,
water.
they photosynthesize.
I like the sun.
I can also make like a big thunder boom sound, and that kind of blows people away from me. It's really cool. It's like a defensive spell though.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's when like you get in trouble and need to like defend yourself. You could do that.
I just go hide in the willow tree.
Yeah, sometimes hiding is a good plan, but sometimes you can't hide. You though, you're a tiny little weepling. You can hide anywhere.
I got hide in your coat.
Yeah.
And they wiggle down in the fold. They're kind of riding on your shoulder this whole time, and they kind of wiggle down into the folds of your cloak and like just poke the little top of their head twig out. They're like, see?
Aw. You're really good at hiding.
I'm really good. Sometimes birds come and take sticks away from the willow tree, and we have to be really, really careful they don't take us.
Oh, yeah. But you could go live in a bird's nest. That might be kind of cool. Watch little baby birds hatch.
That could be fun.
Yeah.
One time, a little baby bird was in the willow tree and it fell out, and it was on the ground, and I played with it for a little bit before its mom bird came back and to get back up to its nest.
I thought that story was going to have a much sadder ending. I'm glad the mama bird came and got it.
Yeah, that's what they do. They watch out for their little babies.
Uh-huh. Oh, man.
As you're walking and having this little conversation with Twig, and it's, the day is passing, and occasionally, like you said, little patches of wildflowers kind of catch your interest, and you stop and check them out. And Twig is also very interested. Like they only know their willow tree and the cherry tree that they went to the one time. So this is all kind of new, but also like they're part of the forest. So like they're not like super freaked out about everything, but they are kind of fascinated along with you of the different things they're seeing because they've never really seen stuff like that before. As you travel along, you've been walking now for a couple hours. Give me a perception check.
Okay. I gotta get to my character sheet.
What?
21.
21. Very well done. You as you're walking and talking with Twig, you kind of sort of notice that everything here, you're a little bit deeper in the forest. You've had to move away from the river. Everything is very green, very lush. It's a little bit harder to actually kind of find a path, as like the bushes here are growing very thick. Everything is very heavy with the scent of these kind of pink and yellow flowers that are kind of hanging from some of the bushes. And it's a little bit darker here. The tree canopy above you is very thick, and just kind of everything seems very vibrant and alive. And as that kind of settles on you and you start to take note of this, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, great.
And I'm going to let you do this with advantage because your perception check was very high.
12.
12. Okay. As you're looking around and noticing the thick canopy above you, a bunch of vines kind of just reaches out and slashes at you. And you did a 12 on your dexterity. Okay, it is going to hit you a little bit. Not as bad as it could have.
A group of vines? Or
just this cluster of vines. You're going to take 3 points of bludgeoning damage from this.
Ow.
And then as you kind of attempt to get away and you kind of roll under a bush and look up, you can see this large... It looked like part of the tree at first, but now you can see that it's kind of a form of plant. Its body is like just a cluster of vines and branches that are kind of woven together. And it's got leaves kind of all growing along, like where you could guess like would be its back. And it looked like it just blended, it looked like just part of the tree.
Wow.
But now it is like kind of moving down slowly and reaching out for you. What would you like? Twig is buried in your cloak.
I'm not food. I think I'd rather not fight it. How close is it?
It's kind of coming down from the canopy, kind of like down the trunk of the nearest tree. It's like almost kind of, I don't want to say oozing, but creeping. It's like you can see it like push some of the vines out and pull itself along kind of in a smooth, like almost serpentine way.
Okay. Can I run?
You absolutely can run.
Okay.
So
I'll do that.
You run, you jump out from under the bush where you'd rolled and take off running, and it is going to attempt to lash out at you again.
Okay.
That is, that's an 18.
Yeah, that hits.
Okay. Sorry, I've lost my character. I keep scrolling back and forth, and I'm like, oh wait. So that is going to be 2. I'm rolling really low for this thing. 2 more points of bludgeoning damage as it swipes at you as you run.
If it's chasing me.
Like as you come out, which kind of, would you have just darted in any direction, or would you have like
maybe toward the river?
Toward the river? Okay.
If it's... yeah.
Okay.
I mean, there's no trees along the river, right?
No, where you are, you actually had to come back. This is one of those areas where the trees were like pushing right up to the riverbank. You've had to move a little bit deeper into the forest.
Yeah.
Through this deep, lush growth.
So I definitely wouldn't run away from the river. So I think just run in the direction that I'm going.
Okay. You take off running, and you kind of hear like a scraping sound that you realize is this like a noise of frustration that came from this thing. And then as you continue to run, you notice that more of these things are kind of moving in the canopy above you.
Oh, dang.
And another one kind of lashes out at you, but you dart under a bush and kind of keep moving away from it. And you hear that kind of scraping screech sound of frustration as it does that. Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
Oh boy. Oh, that's a crit fail. That's a 1.
Okay.
I have a +0 to athletics, by the way. So
You're
it is
just
a 1.
little thing. Yeah. You dart under this bush and kind of move through, because you're small and you can kind of dart through this like thick undergrowth a little bit. But then as you're kind of going, your foot catches on some roots and you tumble to the ground. And as you kind of start to push yourself up, you are kind of looking almost eye to eye with a smaller version of that initial thing that you saw kind of creeping down, and it's coming down a tree. And it's looking right at you. And like when you see this, the face of this thing, it's not really a face, but it's almost just like vines and branches have kind of woven together to create mostly mouth with kind of thorns for teeth, and it is coming towards you now.
Can I cast Thunderwave?
You can, if you would like to do that.
Are we going to do initiative or just see how this pans out?
Let's see how this pans out.
Okay. Con saving throw, please.
Con saving throw. Does Thunderwave have anything against like organic matter? I can't. If that's no. I'm thinking of shatter.
Yeah.
Shatter. Nope. Okay. Con. Well, that's a 19 on the die.
Well, that passes. It's still going to take half damage, though. It just won't get pushed back. What am I rolling? 2d8.
Oh, kidding.
I rolled 5, so half of that.
Okay. And we round down for halves, right?
I don't know. How do you normally roll it when you DM?
I think I round down. Sorry, I set my notebook aside, which was stupid of me. So, and now I have a cat in my lap.
2 points of thunder damage.
2 points of thunder damage. And he does not get pushed back. All right. It is, yeah, let's go ahead and roll initiative on this then.
Twig, you okay?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
What'd you get?
14.
He got a 15. So he's going to get to go first. All right. He is going to lash out at you again with one of his little viney arms. That is going to be an 11.
That's a miss.
Okay. All right. Yeah. So this branch, it kind of, your thunder like booms through the forest, and kind of you can see a few twigs kind of shudder and snap on this thing, and then it reaches out with this viney, sinuous arm and lashes out at you, but it just misses and kind of hits the branches over your head.
Okay.
And it starts moving a little closer to you.
Huh. Okay, I'm going to do pins and needles. It's a cantrip, and I've never actually read the description of the spell before.
Okay.
So here goes. You momentarily shut down a small part of the nervous system of a creature you can see within range. Do plants have nervous systems?
I'm going to say yes.
It says, before overstimulating it and causing crippling pain. The creature must succeed on a constitution saving throw or take blah, 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 blah.
Or take blah, 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 blah.
If it fails at saving throw by 5 or more, it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay. So that's a con saving throw?
Yep.
All right. Oh my goodness, they got a 1.
Oh, cool. So that's going to be all the things happen.
Okay.
All right. So 3 psychic damage.
Okay.
And it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Okay. So you cast this cantrip really quickly, and you see this thing as it's kind of creeping towards you, pulling itself along with its vines. It like almost kind of stutters a moment, and you see all the everything kind of stiffen up, and the leaves that are on it just like shudder as your cantrip kind of takes effect on it. And I think it like tilts a little bit, like tilts the vines that are, I'm going to call it its head, tilts its head a little bit, like it's unsure what just happened. And it is going to make a swipe at you. Or did you have anything else to do on your turn?
No.
Okay. It's going to make a swipe at you with one of its vines at disadvantage. That's a... That's an 8, which I don't think hits you.
No.
So it does like kind of lash out again, but it's a very like almost like halting lash out, like just a defensive type thing more than a damage. So it kind of just slams onto the ground next to you. And then it's going to shake its head again and kind of start pulling itself towards you again.
Okay. I'm going to try Thunder Wave again.
Okay.
Con save.
That's a 14.
Oh, man, that passes. 6 points was full, so 3.
Okay.
Dang it.
Okay.
Gotta stop wasting my good spells.
Damage is damage.
Yeah, I know.
So, okay. He is going to pull himself closer. He is just a few feet away from you now. And like you can see this mouth kind of.
He wasn't in melee range before?
He was. Yeah, he was. He's got reach. He's got pretty decent reach.
So, okay.
Did you want to?
No, I just like if I would have ran if I had been able to. I don't know.
Oh, okay. You could have attempted, like you're in his melee. He's not in
so
your
he would have
melee,
still had the opportunity to attack.
Yeah, he still would have gotten that. But if you want to try to run, you definitely can. I'm not gonna.
Not yet.
Okay. All right. He's close now. Definitely within your melee range, and he has got. You can see these teeth, kind of, these thorns for teeth, kind of the mouth opening and reaching towards you as he is going to reach out, and he's going to try to grab you with his vines this time. I like to do just contested checks for a grapple rather than so he's going to attempt to hit you, and then you get to do either athletics or acrobatics to attempt to escape.
Okay.
That is a 14 to hit. Can't do math.
That just hit. Yeah.
Okay. And then what did you roll?
An 11.
An 11. Okay. So, so I think he lashes out and some of these vines kind of wrap around you as you're maybe trying to start backing away from him. And so you're grappled right now.
Cool.
He's going to start pulling you slowly towards his mouth.
Okay. I'm going to use my action to wild shape.
Okay.
Into something smaller. Let's see. I can't do fly speed yet. I'll do like a little squirrel or something.
Okay.
Like I'm trying to think of like a forest animal that Fizz would definitely like be familiar with.
Okay. Oh, and as a quick note, we're using the old wild shape rules where it's something that you have seen. The new one, the 2024 version, you do have to like pick a certain wild shapes that you know. I feel like that's very limiting, but we're using the older rules where it is a thing that you have seen. So a squirrel.
Are we doing the new, when you assume a wild shape form, you gain +2 temp HP? That's weird. I have not read up on the new wild shape rules.
I don't know. I don't know. Let's just run with the.
Okay, so I am now a squirrel, so I need to find squirrel stats.
So you wild shape into a squirrel, and in wild shape, like the rules are what you are carrying and wearing kind of melds into that shape, so you don't lose all your items or you're not a squirrel with the cloak or whatever. But Twig is a different being, so they don't meld into you, but they kind of squeak a little bit, and they grab hold of your fur on your back.
Okay,
so
good.
They're kind of holding on. I mean, like
Twig
is kind of terrified right now. This is nothing they've ever experienced.
I think Fizz might have like called out a warning or something to Twig, because she would know that like Twig would not shift with her.
Yeah. Okay, so they're ready when you shift, and they grab your fur. And as you shrink down into this smaller size, oh yeah, they can't. This creature or this plant thing is like, you can feel the branches trying to scramble and hold on to you, but you can actually kind of scoot away and dart away.
In that case, I'm going to use my movement. It's 30 feet as a squirrel.
Okay, yeah, you can get out of this thing's range then and run. Roll do you have a percentile or a D100?
I can, yes.
Okay, go ahead and roll
Let
that.
me
for me.
find 22.
22. Okay. You take off running in a random direction and you can hear this thing like kind of do that weird screechy scrapey sound again. But you manage to get away out of its reach and you've moved into an area where there's less undergrowth. And right now nothing is threatening you. What would you like to do?
Take a break. I want to catch my breath.
Okay. You can still hear movement behind you. Like it is, you're only 30
well, then
feet
I'm
away,
still
so-
going to run.
Okay, you keep running. All right, so yeah, we'll let you just keep running and kind of darting between bushes and everything. You're staying on the ground, or are you going up trees to branches, or how are you?
I think, yeah, I would go up trees, but not if I see any vines on them at all.
Okay, give me a quick perception check as you are running.
Okay. 17.
Okay. Yeah, when you first dart away from this thing, you just take off in a random direction and start running, and you get a little distance between you, and you kind of start checking the trees around, and you notice that like all that lush, verdant, thick growth that you were in before is behind you. You feel like you're more like, oh, okay, this is normal forest growth. And you dart up a tree and down some branches and you put some distance between, and you can hear like growing fainter, that frustrating scraping, screeching sound. And then the forest kind of falls silent. And now you're up on the branch of a tree, some distance away.
Okay. Can I continue to travel by tree, like hopping, jumping from one tree to the next?
Yeah. While you're up here,
think
give
I
me
would
a
do that.
perception check.
Okay. 23.
23. You realize that in your attempt to get away, you kind of have lost track of where the river is.
Oh, man.
You can see that denser growth behind you now, but it's a little bit more difficult to see as you're up in the tree canopy. But yeah, you're kind of unsure which way the river is.
Okay. Squirrels have advantage on all perception checks related to their sense of smell. So can I smell for like damp water, rivery smells?
Yes.
I'll get as high up in the tree as I can and just start smelling.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and
Start
roll
sniffing.
Roll a perception check.
Well, with advantage, that was worse than my last perception check. I got a 16.
16. You're high up in this tree, and it is like you're sniffing and you're kind of looking around. It is just kind of hard to tell. You get a little bit of scent of dampness, but hard to tell if it's from, maybe it rained recently in this area, or maybe it's maybe the water, maybe the river, unsure, kind of really which direction to tell it's that this damp area scent is coming from.
Okay. I will go down to the forest floor and come out of wild shape.
Okay.
And Twig,
Yeah,
are you okay?
yeah. I didn't like those things, but it was fun riding a squirrel. I have never been on a squirrel back before.
Well, maybe when we're not running from things trying to kill us, I can turn into a squirrel again and we can travel that way. But right now, I don't really know where the river is.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. But I have an idea.
Okay.
Can you help me look for an animal? Like any kind of animal.
Okay. Yeah. What? Okay. Why?
Because I can talk to them and I think they would know where the river is.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think Fizz will just kind of start walking in a random direction and hope it's the right one.
Okay.
Like, to the best of her reasoning, she will try to walk in the right direction.
Okay.
But I'm not entirely sure how, like, she doesn't have a compass. She might have a map, but like without a compass,
Yeah. And I think like,
like, I'm not sure how good her navigational skills are. She does have a +5 to survival.
Okay. Okay. Actually, you know what?
So I
That
guess
makes a decision.
she might.
Give me a survival check and let
Okay.
me.
I think she would look for the forest growth around her and see if it's like thicker somewhere else, like no vines.
Right.
Just more fertile, I guess. Well, that's only a 9.
That's fine. Okay. that works. So you start walking, kind of pick a random direction, start walking slowly and really looking around at the forest around you. The cat was in the box. That's so cute.
Oh my gosh. She's got zoomies. It's so rare to see Shen with zoomies, but I love it. She was playing with that little mouse toy.
How wonderful.
Yeah.
So there, as you're kind of walking, some of the things you notice that the trees here seem older than the ones closer to the bank where you were walking, before the excitement that just happened.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of there's less like twigs and bushes and stuff, undergrowth, but these trees are very big and very old looking.
Okay.
Sorry, my brain just turned off on adjectives there. They're old, and like the forest floor, instead of like being full of leaves and everything, is like mossy and green. And one thing I think you do notice, especially being kind of, in tune to nature as Fizz is trying to learn her druidic ways, there is definitely, you're picking up on that feeling of the magic of this forest.
Oh.
So there is kind of, you can almost feel, like as you're walking, you can almost feel a little, maybe like a vibration as you walk, like that just kind of moves through the trees, through the ground beneath your feet. And it's not like no one else would be really able to feel it. You don't really feel it. It's just something you kind of sense in the air and in the land and trees around you.
Hey, Twig, do you feel that?
Do what? I feel what?
There's I could feel magic.
Oh, like the forest?
Yeah.
It's the way the forest feels. Can you not feel that before?
Well, not really. I mean, I get my magic from nature, but I've never felt it like this before.
It's I don't know all the magic stuff. I know when I was by the tree, by my willow tree, you could kind of feel we called it the tree song, like songs, like tree music.
Trees have music?
Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah, they just make, it's like you can't hear it, but you know it.
Wow.
I don't know how to really talk and describe it though, but it's just like, it's just always there. I think it's the magic that makes me.
Huh. I think Fizz would like stop walking for a second and like close her eyes and ground a little bit. Like really try to like, I don't know, feel it.
Okay. As you kind of stop and take this moment, what does this look like for Fizz? Is she like just close her eye? How is she? Just
I think
kind of...
she has stopped. She closed her eyes, and I think she's just like taking deep breaths, and like her head's like tilted up a little bit, and yeah, she's listening. She's noticing any sort of sensations. She's forest bathing.
Forest bathing. I love it. A little silvotherapy there.
Yeah.
Okay, so Fizz pauses, and she's just sort of going silent in her thoughts and just kind of focusing on the air and the feeling around her. And as you do this, you feel almost like for a moment, you feel your feet kind of sink into the moss where you're standing, and you almost feel rooted. Like actually you feel like this energy kind of flowing out from you into the ground, but you also feel energy flowing from the ground into you. And you become aware of there's like moisture in the moss around you, and you could feel like you can kind of become aware of these individual little droplets of moisture that's kind of on a little piece of moss and sinking into the soil. And you hear a little rustling, and you realize it's not rustling in the trees around you or in the the undergrowth or the branches. It's the sound of an ant moving, kind of walking through the moss, nearby. And then you hear almost a soft whistling sound and realize that's just the breath of air that's kind of breathing through this area that you're in. And you feel the warmth of the sun kind of dappling through the trees, and just on your scales and everything, you can feel those little spots. And you just become really aware and very kind of aware on an almost microscopic level of the life and the magic that kind of flows through this forest in this area.
That's cool.
I think that is going to kind of awaken something inside you, and we're going to let that be what pushes you to level 3.
Hey.
So typically in D&D, you do like a long rest to do your level up and that sort of thing. I'm not going to like sit through that. But if you want to sit with Twig right now, or if you want to sit with Fizz right now and kind of look over her sheet, I don't know how far you've prepared this.
I have not. I have no idea what she's going to do at level 3.
Okay.
So yeah,
let's take a little break here and are we at a good place to do the middle bit?
Yeah, we've been recording for about 40 minutes. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's take a little break here. We'll do the middle bit. You can do some leveling up, and then we'll move forward in Fizz's little journey.
Okay. All right. Time for the middle bit.
Are you having fun with Fizz's adventure so far?
So much fun. So much fun.
Trying to keep the continuity.
I know. Yeah.
Anyway.
We're actually recording this before we're even recording the rest of the episode. So yes, I'm going to say that I am having fun.
I think you will be having a blast.
I think so too. I'm not worried about it. Before we get started with the little tips and stuff that we have today, here's where you can find us. If you want to support the show, we would absolutely love it, and that would be so awesome. You can find us at patreon.com/JessandHids. We have an active Discord server. We have public channels in there for free, as well as patron-only channels. And patrons help us craft the world of Fizz and Bang. And we're having a lot of fun with that.
So much fun.
Yeah. You can find the link to our Discord server on our Patreon page, as well as our website, jessandhids.com. Take over whenever you want to. I kind of skipped around a little bit.
It's okay. So we also play, we have a rotating schedule of TTRPGs that we play with our patrons. And that is for the Spark tier and higher. So like for $6 a month, you can play pretty much as many games as you'd like to sign up for. We have several campaigns that are running currently. We do a lot of one-shots with D&D, also other D6 based games. One of my favorites is Badge Quest.
Oh, it's so fun.
Which is kind of spooky, paranormal, alien, Men in Black with
like
Girl Scouts.
Weird things happen, but you're scouts selling cookies. You're
Yeah.
Blossom Scouts, not Girl Scouts.
Oh, yeah, right. Oops,
Yeah.
sorry. Blossom Scouts selling cookies, and it's just so much fun.
Yeah.
We have a lot of fun with that one. So if you want to play games with us,
Play games with us.
you can visit patreon.com/jessandhids and join at the Spark tier for $6 a month.
Yeah.
We would love you because you would be supporting us, and we would welcome you into our community and enjoy playing games.
Yes. Even if you don't want to play games, we would love having you in our community. Just come hang out. We post like art stuff in there. We have a channel to share your pets. We have a channel for like feel good war members is what we call them. And channels for all
random-
kinds of things, recipes.
If you are a writer or of the writing type, we are doing a summer writing challenge.
We're doing a summer writing challenge that kicks off the day this episode gets released.
June 1st.
It's running June and July, and you set your own goal to just continuously, like the goal is just to write. And yeah, if your goal is one paragraph to complete over those 2 months, that's awesome. So yeah, it's going to be fun. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I haven't.
I have an idea, and I'll toss it out to you later.
Oh, okay. Is this a joint thing?
Yeah. Well, you mentioned it a couple weeks ago, and then I was kind of like, oh yeah, that would be fun. But now I'm like really thinking about it, and I think we should do it.
Okay.
So I'll just tell you right now,
Okay.
or we can do the middle bit. I'm going to tell you. So. This is my energy of the day. Like I've just been so out there, all over the place.
All over the place.
So you mentioned like writing prompts and finding a writing prompt and writing stuff. Because like I should tell people like our writing, we do a lot of writing together. We co-write our different things.
I would say we do most of our
I
writing
mean, 99% of our writing is co-writing.
Yeah.
But we talked about each of us using the same prompt and writing a short story just off that prompt just by ourselves.
Yeah.
Which is like mildly terrifying because I don't know, I'm a codependent writer, I guess.
I know. I think I'm a very bad writer.
I am
alone.
Yeah, alone. But I do want to do that because I think it would be good for us.
I think so,
and I think
too.
it would also be fun to just see the different takes on the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do during our little writing challenge.
Yes. I would say to pop over to our Discord and give us suggestions for writing prompts, but by the time this episode airs, it'll be the first, and hopefully we'll have it by then.
Maybe.
But I don't know. If we don't,
feel free to
like,
do so.
Yeah, pop over to our Discord and be like, hey, do you have a writing prompt yet?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we do, like, this is going to be a couple months, and we could possibly do multiple things if we're just doing little short stories off of it. So
yeah,
we'd love to hear from you.
Yes, we would. That's a good idea. We should do it.
Okay, let's do that. But first, let's do this one. And I want to kick this off with, like, as we were making the notes for this middle bit, and as I was prepping the notes for the Fizz session, I was like, imposter syndrome just hit hard.
Oh boy, yeah.
And that's just something like that I deal with daily, and you deal with, because I'm like, why are we telling people like giving tips? We're
like,
just
why? Who are we to tell people how to play the game? Who are we to put out this actual play podcast when there are so many better actual play podcasts out there?
I know.
But
also
we just got to tell those voices to shut up.
Shush.
Yeah.
Quiet you.
Hush.
Hush.
Hush now, don't you cry. Shut up.
Oh man. Anyway,
Okay.
so
Yeah. So
what
go ahead.
we're gonna stomp those little voices in the ground. We're gonna tell you like this is how we role play and how we do all the different tips are kind of from our point of view and from our play style.
Yeah.
Which is a very story driven play style.
Oh yeah.
Like we care more about, and we talked about this multiple times. We care more about the story than the character sheet.
Yeah.
Stats.
The stats for sure. Yeah. And like not everybody, like we know that not everybody has our same play style. A lot of people are like all gung ho for the stats and like min maxers and stuff like that. And that's fine too. So like if these like tips don't jive with you, then like
Skip
keep
forward
it to
for
yourself
like 10 or 15 minutes and get back into the podcast. Like,
yeah. Like we don't want to hear about it. Not
Wait,
that
if
we
we-
have.
if-
We have not had
yeah.
any negative feedback at all.
no. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. We're so
Anxiety.
sensitive. But like we do acknowledge that like these are tips that are kind of tailored to our same play style. So if you have a similar play style as we do, or if you're wondering about getting into the game and this is something that is kind of motivating you to learn more about how to play, then that's great. Maybe like if this speaks to you, then try it.
Yeah.
Try D&D
And if
or
you've
any RPG.
if you've always played min-max style and want to try something else, hey, we'll give you some tips on that too,
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know.
We also love teaching people how to play over in our community.
Yes.
So if you want to do that, join us.
Come play games with us.
Yeah.
We think we're fun. We have, a lot of people play games with us, so
Yeah.
they must enjoy it. Everybody
Either that
cried.
or they're
Everybody
just
cried in
being-
last night's session, so I must be doing something
Oh,
right.
yeah.
But sorry. I will keep going on tangents, and this is just supposed to be a
Yeah.
short middle
But
bit.
yeah, anyway, imposter syndrome hits
Mhm.
all the time, but we're stomping those voices down.
Stomp it down.
So what are
And
we
today?
talking
What
about?
are we going to talk about?
Yeah.
We're going to talk about like some tips for newbies or whatever. We're going to talk about role play, how to role play.
Yeah. A few things to make role play a little bit easier if you're kind of unsure
Or nervous.
or nervous.
Or just don't know anything about it. And you're like, I don't want to pretend to be someone else. Play 3 sessions and you will.
Oh yeah.
You'll figure it out. It'll be great.
Yeah.
But like, so the first thing, like, think about like your character. What should you know about your character when you create it? And obviously, if you've never played before, you're just looking at this character sheet and being like,
It's a lot of numbers.
it's a lot of numbers. It's a lot of stuff.
to decide on.
Yeah.
Yeah, but once you have that, and hopefully if this is your first time playing, hopefully you have a DM that walks you through how to build your character sheet and makes it easy to understand.
Mm-hmm.
So like stats aside, getting into role play is about thinking about your character and who you had envisioned in your mind when you created them. And that, I mean, you can sort of align that with your character sheet, but it doesn't have to be like all in the character sheet either.
Yeah.
Like if you're not playing a rogue, but you want to know how to pick locks, you can do that without bumping your, stat, or without giving yourself proficiency in sleight of hand, or without, you should maybe have some thieves tools, but that's up to the DM too.
Yeah.
But like, if this is knowledge that your character would have, great. You don't have to put it in your character sheet. If your character can cook, that's awesome. You don't have to put it on your character sheet.
You don't have to be a bard class to play a musical instrument.
Oh, yeah.
Like, that's just something like if your character is artistic or musical, but they're a fighter, like I love that kind of vibe where you have this guy who's going to go out and fight and he's, muscles and weapons. And then, when he's sitting in his downtime, he's, knitting or over there painting little, cute fuzzy animals or something in his
Yeah.
sketchbook. And like, I love that kind of juxtaposition of
Yeah.
personality and
Like,
what they're
your character sheet is your profession.
Mhm.
You're allowed to have whatever hobbies you want.
yeah. But-
So breaking away from the character sheet, it really helps to know your character, and some things that might be helpful to know about your character to make role play easier is figure out what motivates them. Are they in this for money? Are they doing it because they have this deep sense of honor? And when I say like doing it, meaning going out on adventures and generally helping people, that's usually the vibe of any D&D game. You are the good guys, the heroes. And if anyway, I won't go off on that
Yeah, don't
tangent
go off
of
that
like
tangent.
evil characters
Yeah,
and all
no.
that. It helps to figure out what motivates you.
Yeah. Why did you leave home? And like there's the trope of everybody has the tragic backstory. And, you hear the quote, well, happy people don't leave their homes to go adventuring and risk dying.
That quote was what?
Marisha Ray. She said it way better, but yeah, she was like, happy people don't leave home to risk death.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, so yeah, you can have a tragic backstory, but you can also just be like, you grew up in a big city or a small town and you want to see more, and adventuring is a way to see more and kind of like explore the world and go in places you wouldn't go to in your day to day. And, with a little bit of, maybe you've always led a really safe and sheltered life and you want a little risk. So you're like, well, I'm going to join this adventuring party and,
maybe it's your midlife crisis.
Yeah, you might have a midlife crisis or, any number of things. So just picking something that motivates your character and why did they leave home? Like it can be tragic, it can be simple, it could be just whatever you want it to be.
Yeah.
But knowing that will help you like learn more about them as you go through whatever adventure that you have.
I think it'll be easier to react in some situations if you know the why of why your character is doing what they're doing.
Yeah. Like if they're motivated by money, like they're probably going to be looking around for opportunities to find things that they can either, have as find gold or sell or, steal and hide or, just like that will kind of color their perception and what they do in any given situation. Yeah. And also like if somebody's like, well, I need this done and I don't have a lot of money, you might be like, well, I can go over here and get paid more, so that's kind of something to think about too.
Yeah. Another thing to think about, and this is kind of optional, but like think about if your character has any secrets. We are big on character backstory, and you're not gonna like session 1, you meet up with this random group of people and get thrown into this adventure together, whether by choice or literally just thrown in. You're not going to dump your entire life story on these random people right at the beginning. So like what things would be like the first things that these other people would get to know about you, and what things would your character keep to themselves? Mm-hmm. So like I'm not saying like deep dark secrets that your character is keeping hidden. I'm just like I just mean like things that people who get to know you more will eventually find out.
Like, for instance, let's go back to my little fighter guy. Like, okay, you've got this guy who's bristling with weapons and he's the fighter and he's the first to jump into any fray. And that's all you know. And then like 6 sessions down the road, he's sitting in the corner in the tavern and he's got his sketchbook out. And you're like, what? I didn't know you sketched. Yeah. And that's just something you like kept in your back pocket. That's how he processes or how he just relaxes or whatever. So just something like that. And like Jess said, we're big on, personally, the two of us are big on like knowing our characters when we go in, but we also allow for change as they go forward.
Yeah. It's totally okay not to know your character's whole backstory and have them completely nailed down. right from the beginning. You
and
can
you
figure that
absolutely
out.
won't
Yeah.
unless you spend 5 years writing all that down.
Yeah.
And then you're like, well, now I'm ready to play them at level
Yeah.
1. And you're like, oh, this is no fun.
Yeah. But like backstory is absolutely something that you can figure out as you go. Like both of us have experienced having a character after months of playing a game, and a situation happens in the game, and we're like, oh, I just feel like my character would react this certain way to this very specific situation because of something that they just told me happened in their past.
Yeah.
Like the characters will speak to you. It's crazy.
It is really weird. Like, just like you'll be like ready, you're going in, and if you've played D&D a lot, you get to recognize the kind of I can't think of the word, like the hits. Like, you know, when your DM describes a thing, you're like, I know I need to go this way, or you know.
Oh yeah,
like,
it's like in video games when you see like a weird patch of
the weird
animation,
patch of
you know, there's
wall,
something
you're like,
hidden
oh,
there.
I need to go there.
Yeah.
And you start to pick up on that stuff. But like, if your character is experienced dungeon crawler or whatever, they're going to be like, aha. But if they're brand new to this, they might totally like be like, oh, no, I want to go over here. Look,
Yeah.
I saw this shiny rock over here.
Yeah.
And your DM's going to be like, okay, fine.
Go look
Go
at the
look
shiny
at the
rock.
shiny rock, you know, but that's fun. That's like just letting your character be who they are.
Yeah.
And like, as I'm saying this, I'm like, if you're new to this, you're probably going like, no, you lost me. It's already too much. Just be open to letting all this happen. And it will as you play.
Yeah.
Like, you don't have to come in. Like, what motivates you? Why did you leave home to go adventure? Is there something secretive like that you don't tell everybody that you first
I would
meet
even
that first
say
day?
that that's optional
simple.
too. That's something that can come later. I think motivation is the big thing, and maybe a reason to stay with the group.
Yeah, that you like, if you don't know the people you're adventuring with, if you meet everybody, you know, in a tavern, which is the trope, like
Yeah.
you meet in a tavern, and you know, why would you stay with these people? You know, why are you now like, okay, you got hired to do this job, you went and did it, and that led to another job. Are you gonna be like, I like them enough to stay with them? You know, would your character do that? And
Yeah.
that's just kind of,
And now that we're talking about that, even that is something that could come later.
Mhm.
Just find your character's motivation.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like that whole acting trope. What's my character's motivation?
Yeah.
It's, you know, similar.
Your character's motivation right now is to walk from this room to that room. Oh, okay. Why? Because, well, that's the only way. Otherwise, you're going to stay in that room forever. You know, like, yeah,
To move the plot forward.
Yeah.
That's why.
exactly. And then, like, I have in our notes, my next thing is, but I'm nervous.
So back to role playing.
Back to role playing. And no, yeah, like, it's okay to be nervous.
Oh,
you're
totally.
not a paid professional. You're not, you know, you're not a professional voice actor. You're not a professional actor. You're not this.
Yeah.
You're just a person
You're
who
not
wants
a
to play D&D.
Improv artist,
Yeah.
you know.
But you might be. So
You
use
might
those
be.
tools.
Yeah, if you are, freaking play D&D.
Play D&D. You'll have so much fun.
Yeah.
But like, it's totally okay to be nervous. And because if you're playing with experienced people and they're great people, they're going to welcome you in and make you feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And if they're all new, you're all nervous, you're all new, it's okay.
Yeah, you're all in the same boat.
And so like, you might not know how to talk in a character voice or how to like role play in that way. Like, okay, this happens, the GM says a thing and you're like, well, I think that my character would say this, but I don't know how to say that. So just tell your GM that, like,
Yeah, just say exactly that. Like,
Yeah.
my character would react in this way. And like, another thing to keep in mind is that nobody has a poker face 100% of the time. So there are things that could happen in game that you would have very obvious, like, visible reactions to.
Mm-hmm.
You can narrate that to the rest of your players. I recently had a character who doesn't like going underground. And in this campaign, we are going into a mine, an abandoned mine. And I I was just like, as an aside, out of character, I said, you guys can all tell that May is like super nervous to go underground. And nobody really reacted in the moment. They were just like, okay, that's whatever. But it actually led to some role play later on. So yeah, little things like that. Feel free to just sprinkle in whenever you can. Like it's low pressure. You don't have to say it in a character voice, and you don't have to like describe it in any sort of like,
dramatic
way. Yeah. You don't have to use, purple prose.
Yeah.
You could just like literally say, oh, when that happens, my character got mad. When that happened, my character looked really happy.
I'm really nervous and just standing next to the wall here, like, oh my gosh, I don't know what's happening. Like, you can just say that, like, yeah, just describe it. You don't have to be like, don't worry about being in the whole descriptive thing. Just say it. Just say exactly like in plain talk. Just say, I feel really nervous, or my character is really nervous, and like it might be a moment where everybody else is nervous too, or everybody else might just be like charging straight on ahead. But like you did with May, like several minutes into the game, like someone came back and was like, hey, you said your character looks really nervous. Is there a reason for that? Because the species you're playing is a cave dwelling.
Yeah.
It's your
normally
bat
found in caves.
Yeah. So everybody was like, wait, you're nervous about this? But in your backstory, there's a reason to be nervous.
Yeah.
So I like that is just like, just voice it out of character, or just talking it. Like it's just, let it happen, and let it just kind of let people know what you're feeling, and without worrying about, writing a novel about it or whatever.
And like, not only can you do that with like emotions and expressions that your character might have like visibly, you can also do that with things that your character might say. Like if you don't want to speak in character, that's totally fine. You could just say, my character would say something along the lines of this. Mm-hmm. Like you don't have to be eloquent and any of that if you're not comfortable with it. You might get there, you might not, and that's totally fine. Like it really doesn't have to be this big grand thing. And no pressure.
Everyone is not profound every moment of their life. Like, so don't feel like you have to be like, oh, I can't say the thing because it should be said this way and I can't find the words. Don't worry about it. You don't say profound things every day. No. Just in general,
In general conversation, yeah. You definitely don't.
No. And I think like kind of building off of that, early in a game, you don't know your character really well. And then later on, as you get to know them better, you realize, oh, I did a thing that was like out of character earlier. Don't worry about it. Like everybody else has probably forgotten it.
Yeah.
And if you're like worried about that in the beginning, well, I don't know my character well enough to make
be
the
able
decision.
to react right now.
That's just react.
Yeah.
Just let it happen. And if something changes in the character, like they wouldn't have done that in that moment, they did. And that's fine. They have grown, as they've gone through their adventure, and now they wouldn't make the same choice, or they might make, they might make the same choice or differently or whatever, it's like, that's okay. That's just growth.
Yeah.
But don't let not knowing who your character is like hold you back from doing things.
Yeah.
I think we all tend to get like stuck in our head and want to be like, I don't want to make any mistakes. I don't want to play my character wrong, but like there's no real wrong way, I guess. Like,
there really isn't.
Especially starting off. You don't know, especially as a new player, you don't know the game.
Yeah.
You don't know your character and all of that. So just kind of react to what's happening around you and have fun with it. And then you'll get to know your character as you continue onward.
Yeah. Another thing, allow character growth to happen. Like no character is going to be one dimensional. Unless that's how you want to play them, that's totally fine. I kind of think that's a little boring for me. I always like to leave room in all of my characters for growth and learning, and like more so than just leveling up on the character sheet, things will happen in a game that will shape and influence your character. It's okay to change the way your character thinks about certain things as the game progresses, because that's how people work.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay to change your opinions on things. It's okay to change your beliefs, especially if you're going on a big, grand, epic adventure. Things are going to happen that might shake your character up.
Yeah. Especially like if you come, your character grew up in a small town or in a small like area of a city or whatever, and they kind of only knew one thing. And now the whole world is out around them. That's going to kind of shake up kind of the bubble you grew up in. Mm-hmm. And this is so funny because we just literally were having this conversation at work about actual real life, like, go travel and enjoy, like
expand your
bubble, expand your horizon, experience different cultures and stuff. And it does change you like as a person. So you can do that in game too with your character as they get to see things they've never seen before. Allow them to kind of let that kind of influence and kind of bring out their personality.
Yeah.
And like we've talked about, like, just away from role play and back to character sheet, sometimes like we've all played with players who like, I know what I'm going to take at each level up already. And I'm like, that's fine. That's totally fine. But also like something might happen in game that changes that. And like, I had the ranger. I was like, I want to play from level 1 to level 20. I want to have a level 20 ranger. I've never played a level 20 ranger. And at level 5, like the game was just kicking my character in the face so many times. And just like, she was getting angrier and angrier and angrier. And she actually multi-classed into barbarian because she was just, so much was happening that was just making her mad.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I get,
here we are.
But like, yeah. And like, I didn't have to multi-class into barbarian. Like I could have stayed ranger, but with her path and the direction and everything that was happening, it just made sense.
Yeah.
And so like she, it was just a change, and that I allowed to happen, even though even to this day, I still have not played a ranger to level 20. Like I've only ever gotten my rangers to level 10. So yeah, it's okay to kind of step away from the sheet, step away from maybe your plan that you had for your character.
Yeah.
Based on what happens in game.
Yeah. Allow your character to make friends with the other characters. Mm-hmm. Even if you're kind of playing a lone wolf type, we have like, that's kind of a trope. A lot of people come in with lone wolf type characters, and that's fine. But D&D is a collaborative game. You usually play with people. I know like in our podcast, we don't, but
that's just a logistics thing.
Yeah. In a normal game, you are playing with more than one person, and it wouldn't really make sense for your character to continue to be the lone wolf type, because why are they sticking around with this random group of people? So like, allow your character to make friends with people. On the flip side of that, nobody's going to be immediate friends the very first day. Well, I won't say nobody, because people click. That's fine. But also people clash until they get to know each other better. And that's okay too. I do want to say, if characters in the game don't get along at first, step out of character a bit and ask the other player if everything's cool.
Yeah.
Like there doesn't need to be like real feelings hurt or anything. Like, and like I've played with people. I don't know if my characters have ever really, really disliked any other characters, but it's happened between two other players in games that I've played in before. And they're able to like step out and be like, oh, hey, are we cool? Mm-hmm. We're cool, right?
We're cool.
And they're like, oh yeah, this is fun. This is awesome. This is like, I'm loving this. My character, not so much.
Yeah.
Yet.
The play-by-post I run on our Discord, the like two characters were really like kind of going back and forth. And I'm like, I message on the side. I'm like, your guys are good. And they're both like, yeah, no, totally. Like, this is just in character. Our characters are just clashing. And they would, because one was like totally flippant and the other one was very serious. Mm-hmm. And so they clashed a little bit, but like they also worked through that clash in character.
Yeah.
And, they're kind of like now working together better.
Yeah.
So,
and like out of character check-ins throughout the whole process. So, yeah, it's important to do that. It's also like, I think it adds to the story if you have characters that clash at least every once in a while.
Yeah.
You can totally disagree on stuff. It's fine. You don't have to be like 6 people all single goal, one-minded sort of thing. And
because you're not going to be that way.
Yeah.
I mean, like my best friends, I've clashed with you. I've clashed with my best friend who I've known since she was 4. Like, like you clash and but if you have that goal in mind, of like, we have to finish this adventure, or if you're, we're friends and we've been through so much and we had this disagreement, and then you just kind of work it out and come back to it. So
I think that adds to the story.
It does.
I like, and it also, it allows for character growth and getting to know your character as well.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's totally fine for your character to clash with another character or multiple characters.
But do step out and check out.
Yeah.
Check in with your players, the actual living people, and say, hey, this is all just in character, right? Or like, I know my character is being really aggressive to you right now. It's not you, it's the game. And, just check in and make sure everybody's cool, because you can get super invested in your characters, and you don't want to like disrupt real life over that.
Yeah.
It's just a game. Have fun with it.
Yeah.
But don't hurt each other's
and
feelings
also,
outside of the game.
Don't get carried away with it either. One of the things I hate the most is players who are just, they have absolutely selfish characters, and they're just like, well, it's what my character would do. And they just continue to act super selfishly against the party, and they blame it on the fact that it's what their character would do.
Yeah.
Like there is a line that can be crossed.
Yeah.
And don't do that.
Yeah. And it is just like, maybe you're playing a trickster rogue or a mischievous whatever, and you would do little pranks and stuff. Like, make sure that everyone else is kind of in on that.
Yeah.
And if it becomes too much, just kind of step away, because like, if you're doing that in real life, you will lose friends.
Yeah.
And they will not take you on their vacations and that sort of thing. So in a game, like if you're constantly causing disruptions among the party members, they don't want you to continue on the adventure. Like you're not going to be a cohesive group.
Yeah.
So just kind of like definitely play to your character, but like also keep in mind that it is a collaborative thing.
Yeah.
I think that's like the biggest thing is it's a collaboration. It's collaborative storytelling, and you all need to work together, to survive and to get through to the end. So don't be overly disruptive in that aspect of things.
Yeah. That falls under more player etiquette, I think. Yeah. But yeah,
it is kind of good here, like talking about your character. Like if you're going to play a mischievous character, just keep that in mind, that they not go overboard with it, I think.
Yeah. I mean, you can totally be a mischievous character who has decided not to play any pranks on their friends. Mm-hmm. And that's fine.
Yeah. Play pranks
all
on
the
bad
NPCs
guys all day long.
Fair game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, I think that's kind of the biggest thing is just, I think, don't be nervous and be willing to let your character kind of develop and grow.
Yeah.
From what you, and if you're like, I have no imagination and don't know anything like building a character off of the book, D&D Beyond, like when you're rolling your character, they'll have like character flaws and ideals, and you can pick through.
I don't think they have that anymore. I think they got rid of that with the new rules.
Did they get rid of that?
I don't know. I always
rude.
skip that part anyway, so unless it's in a different section.
I always skip it too, but I have used it a few times when I wasn't sure about things, because like it'll be like flaws and ideals and stuff, and sometimes I might see something that kind of like, oh, I kind of like the way, like one of the things is like I always have a plan, but then I always forget the plan.
Yeah.
And like I did that with one of my characters, and they were just like, okay, we got a plan, cool. oh, I'm going to go do this instead. And they just, go do something else.
Yeah.
It's like, because things change or whatever. But
And it can even be something as like my character values action over thought. So they'll always go just all in. They rush in.
yeah, Magnus rushes in. But so like,
if that's not on D&D Beyond anymore, you can probably, I'm sure there are other resources. You could just Google like personality traits for a D&D character or whatever and get some good ideas going there.
Yeah. And or talk to your DM or your other players that, you're going to be playing with. Like, be like, I'm lost. I don't know what to do. Like,
or a lot of, something that a lot of our players do in our community is they base their characters off of like pop culture people. Mm-hmm. We've got a lot of that. Yeah.
We've got a lot of pop culture based characters.
And we've done pop culture based characters a lot as well.
And that just kind of gives you a personality to start with. But like, you don't have to be like, oh, in the movie that I'm playing, they did this, this, and this. And so I'm going to do that, that, and that. And it's like, you don't have to. You're just kind of using that kind of shell of that personality.
Yeah.
And then making it your own as the game progresses, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah. I think that's all we have.
Yeah. I mean, I think it just boils down to having fun.
Yeah. Have fun. Don't be nervous about role play.
And if you are, come play games with us. We'll help you not be nervous.
Yeah.
So let's...
Again, you can find us at patreon.com/JessandHids or jessandhids.com. Both of those sites have our Discord server link on it.
Yep. And you can join and come hang out with us and then support us on Patreon. If we get enough Patreon supporters, we don't have to worry about advertising ever. Like, getting ads that run and disrupt the flow of the podcast.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that.
That would be great. Okay, let's get back to Fizz.
Back to the adventure. Okay. Thanks for listening.
Okay, we're back. As Fizz is kind of in this moment and feeling like her energy kind of reach out, and it's not a draining effect. It's just kind of an awareness, a growing awareness of the world, the natural world around her, and the energy and the magic that is flowing, especially in this kind of enchanted forest that she's in, that Twig has told her about. This feeling kind of flows over you and kind of fills you as well. And like we talked about, this is going to lead to your level up. As you wake up, or not wake up, you're not asleep. As you kind of sit in this moment for a little bit and then open your eyes, there is, like, around you in the moss, there are these tiny little flowers that have started to bloom and grow kind of where you stand and around you. And there's this little breeze of wind that kind of bursts through and kind of shakes the trees and the flowers around you. And this little swirl of petals kind of flows around you and then dances like off into the forest on the wind. Wow. And you feel this kind of energy growth within you, and this deeper attunement to the nature around you. And Fizz has always been kind of nature bent. Like she loves nature and everything about it. So this kind of coming in tune in this magical forest is kind of awakening the depth of her magic, kind of increasing and building on that. So to pull out of character now in D&D, when you do your level ups at level 3 for a druid, they get to choose their circle. So do you want to talk a little bit about this level up? We're not going to go into the whole, mechanics and everything, but just a little bit about the direction that Fizz is kind of leaning with her, with her growth.
Yeah. So the circle I chose is actually from a source book called Obojima. And we actually backed this creator back when they first launched on, it was Kickstarter, Backer Kit, whatever. And I love it, and I haven't really been able to do anything with the stuff yet, but I love it because it's all like Studio Ghibli inspired. Mm-hmm. The circle I chose is from that source book, and it's called Circle of Petals. And I think that fit with Fizz because she's like trying to learn about plants and things. And I think she would really like love to just be surrounded by flowers at all times.
Yeah. I mean, same.
Yeah. And it's a really, she can basically like summon this like swarm of petals to surround her whenever she wants. Right? Is that what I'm
I think
reading?
it uses, does it use your wild shape? I have a character I play this with this same thing.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Spend a use of your wild shape
Okay.
to call on that power and conjure a resilient cloud of petals that functions as an extension of your own being. And that lasts for an hour. It increases my AC, which is great.
Yeah. I just love now I have this little vision of this little kobold walking through the forest just surrounded by this swirl of petals.
Yeah. So like these petals can do a couple of things in combat. And we said we weren't gonna get into the mechanics, but I do want to say that like I can like send it out and it like the little petals get razor sharp and you can use it to attack, or you can use it to reduce damage that's dealt to someone else. Like if you see someone nearby getting attacked by bad guys, you could send the petals out and it like reduces the damage and stuff.
Yeah.
It's cool. So it's got like two parts to it, one that does damage and one that protects. And I think that Fizz would kind of lean toward the protection.
The protection one, yeah. I think that's really cool. And I love this Obajima book. And
Yeah,
you can purchase the content on D&D Beyond as well.
Yeah, and they are still releasing new content too. They have some adventures out that they actually have some free stuff on their website, so you should definitely check it out.
Definitely check them out. It's all beautiful artwork as well. If you love that Studio Ghibli style, it's absolutely beautiful stuff.
I would love to run a campaign that's entirely based in this world.
Well, we have the
book.
We just have to brain power to get in there.
Yeah.
I actually might pull some elements from that into.
Yeah, they have a lot of
world.
They have a lot of cool
we haven't
things.
fully fledged out this world, so it can still be whatever we want it to be.
They have like magic items and potions, and I just opened to a random page and there's a keytar.
A keytar.
It's magical. It's kind of fun. I mean, it's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun. Yeah. I think you're going to like this circle as you level up too. It's got some fun. It's got some fun stuff. This little petal cloud gets to do some fun things.
Yeah, I'm going to have to dive into it. I only just skimmed it and was like, oh yeah, this seems cool.
Yeah, it does feel very Fizz.
Yeah.
Okay, so Fizz, you feel this kind of magic and you feel like you have these new abilities and stuff. And Twig is kind of like when the petals kind of swirl around you, they're like,
Oh, that's so pretty. It reminds me of spring in after the snows when all the flowers come back out.
I didn't know that I was doing that.
I thought you did that. I thought you were like, oh, I like petals and make them dance around. That's really cool.
I do like petals. Let me see if I could do that again. And then I'll do it again.
Okay.
I have my own flavor for this, actually. I was thinking about it.
Tell
So
me what
like,
this looks like.
Fizz is from a tropical island.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think the sort of petals that she would conjure are plumeria.
Oh,
And I
love
think,
plumeria.
yeah, it's going to be like the gold that sort of fades out to white. Sort of like how I described the lotus in Bing's episode.
Yeah.
Like it's got that deep gold color like at the center of the flower, and then
it fades out. Yeah.
it fades out to white. And I think that's kind of her vibe.
I love that.
I love plumeria
I
flowers. So
know. I love them too. I love that. And I actually think like I'm going to add that there's like a little scent, the faint scent of plumeria when this happens. And this is something Twig has never, like they've seen the flowers that grow near their willow tree, but these are new flowers, and this new scent that's filling the air is I think they're just really in awe of Fizz right now. Like, yeah, they're just a little like, ooh. So I love that flavor for Fizz of the plumeria and just a little scent that kind of surrounds her. So this lasts for an hour. So as you're kind of,
yeah.
does Fizz want to take another, like a longer break, or do you want to keep moving forward? What do you want to do?
What time of day is it?
We'll say it's like midday. Cats.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I've just got forcefully cuddled by a cat.
We'll say it's about midday. You left the cherry tree and the willow, and then kind of wandered for a while along the riverbanks, and now you're deeper into this enchanted forest now after your adventure with the vine creature, twig creature things that you don't have a name for.
She's so determined. So I'm just like, she's forcing me to cuddle with her.
Oh,
and I have Audacity running on my computer. I've got dice in front of me. I'm like, no, I don't want to cuddle right now. But it's fine. She's fine where she is right now. So. Yeah. Can you believe it? She didn't want to cuddle with me. Can you believe it? Okay. So I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's about midday. We'll say it's like midday. Yeah.
I think. How long has she been sitting here? Did you already say that?
It felt just like a few moments, but I think like it's been some time as you've kind of like, we'll say like maybe 15 or 20 minutes or so. You've just kind of been like in tune with the nature. It just felt brief to Fizz, but like when she kind of wakes up and has these conversations and stuff, I think like you can tell that time has passed. Okay.
I think she's going to keep walking and sort of, she'll start walking and then be like, oh, right, I need to find the river again. I forgot about that. So like, then she'll remember, oh, we were going to look for an animal and I was going to ask the animal, okay, back on track. Going to do that.
Taking some time
but like
to
this swarm of petals is around her and she's just fascinated by this new ability that she has.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I think like as you kind of walk, and this is a little flavor that just kind of popped in my head as Fizz is walking and little different things kind of, while she has these petals around her, something catches her attention on the side of the path where she's walking or whatever. And I think the petals kind of flow out and then kind of circle back. They don't reach far out from you at any point. Because that's something you have to like physically do as part of the spell.
Direct them to do.
But I think like when her attention is kind of directed towards something like another little flower or maybe a shiny rock or an interesting patch of moss, I think the petals kind of sweep out and almost kind of brush over that area and come back into it. So
I think when Fizz notices that, she might try to actually send them out now and see like, well, what can I do with these petals?
Okay, I like this. Yeah.
Yeah, she'll start just by like purposefully sending them out in a direction and then like see how far she can send them out and kind of learn the ins and outs of what she can get her petals to do.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, as you kind of take notice of this activity that these petals are doing. Oh gosh,
now the cat's on your lap.
She always comes and like bashes her head into the microphone.
Yeah.
So as you're kind of realizing that these petals kind of sweep out away from you and you start to kind of attempt to direct them, it's a little difficult at first, but then you kind of get into the flow, and instead of like pushing them away, you just kind of direct your attention to a thing and I'll say you almost encourage them to kind of to flow out away from you. And that actually works better, where it's more of hey, look over there, isn't that cool? Rather than go that way. Like it's not really an order. It's like it's just kind of a flow. And you get these petals to kind of reach out. And you realize that when they get like around 30 feet or so away from you, they start to kind of dissipate, and the petals at the edge kind of dissolve. But then
come back.
it comes back, and then they kind of reform around you again. So that just kind of plays. You realize you can get about 30 feet away from you. Okay. And you feel like maybe if you needed them to, they might be able to do other things, but you're not really sure just yet. Like maybe.
Yeah, flavor wise, she's not going to know
that it does damage
the
or
combat
whatever.
things, and like that's something she'd learn out of necessity.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that. So, yeah, as you continue walking along and you're kind of experimenting with your new petals, this new cloud of petals, after about an hour of walking, kind of playing around with this, they just kind of fade away, and you feel just a little bit of, just kind of that, like a slight drain of your magic. Like that was like, okay, that's the kind of the extent of them. You do feel like you could do it again, maybe. I don't know how many wild shapes you have currently, but you do feel like with a little energy and focus, you would be able to do that again.
Yeah.
But maybe not like continuously keep that thing going.
Oh no, that was it.
Oh, that was it. Okay.
Yeah, because I used one for the squirrel. So yeah, I'm done. Okay. I'm done with wild shapes for the day. Okay.
So yeah, there is that little bit of tiredness, and you're like, I need a nap maybe before I do that again, which is fine. You're walking and trying to kind of find your way back to the river, but it is difficult to really tell. There's a lot of you're small, and the trees are very big and thick, and it's hard to tell like kind of a real direction here. Go ahead and roll a survival check for me.
21.
21. Good job. So
thank you.
As you're walking and trying to decide kind of your directions and stuff, you remember something you learned when you were younger, and you and Bane would go adventuring, just around the area where you grew up. And you learned that sometimes looking at where certain plants grow or the way they grow can sometimes kind of point you in the right direction. And so you start looking for little things like that. And you are able to, as you kind of notice a few different things, like moss is only growing on one side of the tree, or like the lichens and stuff are growing on one side of the tree. You're not really sure if you're heading back towards the river or maybe moving kind of parallel in the direction that you ultimately want to go. But the land is starting to be not just flatter, but you're starting to climb up some little rises and down into some little dips in the forest. It's just becoming a little more, a little less level land, and more kind of maybe as if you're getting into closer to the foothills of the mountains and stuff, which you knew you were in that general area, but you don't really know the extent of that entire mountain range. But you do feel like you're not moving further away from the direction you want to go, but you're not really sure how much closer you're getting to your final destination, the destination you wish to be at right now. As you kind of crest one of these little ridges, and it opens into a little, like a valley, but not like a deep, long valley, just kind of a little depression. And in the center of that depression is this large plant. And it's got these big, broad leaves that kind of spread over the ground, and some roots. So you can see the root system kind of creeping through the ground and digging into the soil. And it has these big, giant yellow and orange flowers. And it's very pretty, but there's also an odd scent in the air as you kind of stop and take in this scene below. The trees do not grow in this little depression area, and it's probably like maybe I don't know, maybe 100 feet or so across. It's just kind of this low area in the woods. And the trees are kind of ring around it. And then this plant is just in open sunlight. There's no other growth or anything in this little depression with this plant.
Well, I wonder what's up with that plant. I mean, would
Big
Fizz
twig is-
know enough about like the natural world to know that this plant is probably maybe toxic in some way?
Let's see. Let's do a nature check. I don't know that she's ever seen anything like it, but
Yeah.
she does like to learn about things. So
25.
25. I think the fact that this is the only thing growing in this area when you've been in
Yeah.
this very kind of lush forest, and that the trees are not growing here and it's pretty much by itself in this patch of sunlight.
And there's a weird smell.
And there is a kind of as you're kind of sitting there thinking about this and trying to think of what you've learned, there is a kind of a sickly sweet smell in the air that's like, maybe if you just smelled it a quick thing, it wouldn't be a terrible smell, but the longer you're sitting here, it's not a great smell.
I would like to avoid the area. Can I
Okay.
go around it?
You can go around it.
I'm trying that. Like at first, I was thinking like, oh, maybe I should have her go try to like collect stuff to, I don't know. Like Fizz would not think any other D&D character might be like, oh, I could potentially turn that plant into some kind of poison to use in combat. But like Fizz isn't there. That's not where her mind would go. So I think right now she's like, leave nature alone.
Yeah, just kind of enjoy nature. Leave
Yeah.
only footprints, right?
Mhm.
Take only memories, leave only footprints. I like that. Yeah. So you can kind of see like the little ridge, the little hillside that you've climbed up. It kind of tapers around this like this little depression, and you can follow it and kind of skirt around this plant. And as you kind of go down the hill, and just if you stay like on the edge of this, you do get a little bit closer. And the smell here is not as sweet. It is more sickly. And you do notice like the vines and the roots around as you walk along the edge of this area. They almost kind of twitch a little bit.
Uh-oh.
And give me a perception check.
8.
Okay. Yeah, they do kind of twitch a little bit. They're not really like, it's not like the other creatures where they're like lashing out at you, but they're almost like kind of twitching and like moving, like they're feeling the ground. And as you continue to kind of skirt this area to try to get back onto the direction that you were originally going, you notice under one of these broad leaves, like these leaves are huge. They're probably like 10 feet,
Whoa.
long and 5 feet across. They're just laid out on the ground. As you kind of move around this area, you notice under one of the leaves, you see like, it's kind of hard to tell, but it might be like a piece of bone.
Oh.
Maybe like little bits of bone or something that's just kind of in the shadow of one of these big leaves that's kind of laid out on the ground.
Oh, wow. I think that plant might be really, really dangerous. It's pretty.
It doesn't smell good.
No, it doesn't.
I don't like it. I like that you went around it.
Yeah, I'm thinking I made the right choice.
I think so too.
You keep moving, and you are able to like get around this kind of depression area where this plant is growing. And as you move further away from it, you get the scent fades, and you start to, get back into this mossy green forest and this vibrant, and I think like you kind of become aware that you didn't notice it at first when you came upon this area, but as you are now getting back deeper away from this plant, you start to feel like that was kind of an empty space in the magic of the forest, like a dead space. I'll like you weren't fully aware of it, but now that you're back into the forest and feeling this magic and this nature around you, you realize like, oh, there was a moment where I was not feeling that. Like it was just kind of a lifeless, dead spot in that section.
Well, that's weird. Did that spot feel dead to you, Twig?
They kind of think for a minute, they're just sitting on your shoulder, like do this through this whole thing, and they just kind of think for a minute, and they're like,
it felt weird,
like no magic.
Yeah, like when the flowers die in the winter, and they don't. And the ones that don't come back, and then you have new flowers in the spring, which is nice, but they're different flowers. But it was just like not like it was not good. It felt sad.
Yeah, I hope there aren't many spots like that in this forest.
I hope so too. I didn't like it, but now we know what to avoid, I guess.
Bad smells.
It smelled good at first.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that was pretty. Let's go see that flower. But then it didn't.
Yeah. Huh.
I bet that's why it has a smell. Like it's a good thing, and it kind of makes you want to go there.
Yeah, and it's pretty too, so it makes you want to like go touch it.
But I don't think it would have been good for us.
No.
Yeah.
I love little Twig. Okay, you continue on, and it is starting to get into evening and starting to get a little bit darker and a little chillier than it was the night before, as you're kind of moving deeper into the forest and into this little area of hills. What would Fizz like to do?
I think if it's getting darker, she might start looking for a safe place to camp.
Okay. Yeah, I think while you're walking and kind of looking around, there's a couple like different options kind of you start to notice. There are some just like quiet areas under trees, and then you could find maybe some older trees that have similar root systems like the original willow, where you could kind of maybe hollow out an area under them. And as you're kind of looking up some of the hills around you, you can see kind of maybe some dark spots that maybe look like opening to caves.
I think she would choose trees over caves, but if she can't find anything that's secluded, then she would go look at the caves.
Okay. There are like these older trees do have kind of these exposed root systems and stuff. So yeah, it would totally depend on how she felt, being on the ground and kind of burrowing under one of these root systems, or just setting up. I don't know. Does Fizz have a little tent with her? I didn't even think about that. What she had.
I don't know. When they traveled with their tall people, would they have had their own tents or sleep under the stars? Like, I don't know. I guess that might be a personality thing that we need to decide.
Yeah,
like, would kobolds?
I think they would be comfortable either way, and it would just be kind of a choice.
But it also depends on like if they've experienced harsh weather when traveling with their tall people, then they would have tents.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll say that there's a small, and like, it's easy to carry in her pack, a little small, like kind of very simple tent
Yeah.
that she could have in there.
Okay.
So yeah, it's totally up to you.
Could she? Okay. I think she's going to take the canvas of her tent and sort of see if she can affix it over some exposed roots and maybe cover it up with like leaves and stuff. So like
A little bit of camouflage.
yeah, a little bit of
okay.
camouflage. That's the word that I could not think of.
Okay, yeah.
Camouflage.
Yeah, you know what? Let's not overcomplicate this. I think
Yeah, thank you.
I think you can easily find a place that's small enough for you to kind of get under, or that's open enough for you to get under, and you could put your canvas kind of over a section of roots and pull some twigs and leaves and stuff to kind of blend it in.
Yeah.
And I picture like little twig is kind of fluttering around once they realize what you're doing. They flutter around and find little random leaves
Here's
that they're
a leaf.
here's a leaf, and they're putting, they're helping.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make a difference because they're just a little twig,
Yes,
but
it does. Every leaf helps.
every leaf helps. They love that. So they're helping, and yeah, you can have this little kind of almost like a little hut here under these roots, and you could kind of dig out a little area for you to sleep in. And I don't know if Fizz would have a fire. Does she want a little fire, a little campfire, or?
Well, that depends on what food she has with her.
Not a lot, actually. Definitely, I think you have good berry.
Yeah.
And yeah, we could do a little foraging if you want to do some survival checks.
She would definitely be more of a forager than a hunter.
Yeah. Okay.
Kobold, though, I think she would eat meat. She's not
vegetarian.
Not vegetarian.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But just since she's on her own, she's not going to attempt to hunt down and kill an animal.
Yeah.
Survival, you say?
Yes, roll survival. See.
21.
21. Okay. Do you know, totally just popped in my head. Did we ever like say what time of year this little adventure is taking place in?
I don't think we ever did.
Okay. Do we want to
Should we decide that right now?
Yeah.
So you said it was getting a little bit chilly at night.
At night.
So
we
it's
are moving
either,
into the mountains a little bit. So.
Yeah. It might be end of summer, getting getting into fall, because Twig just talked about how like, oh, it reminds me of spring. So it's like maybe not spring right now.
Okay. I like that, end of summer. Okay. Cool. So yeah, I think Fizz, you can kind of you've spent some time setting up your little tent area for the night, and now you're really hungry because you've been walking all day and you've been like working hard. This is a little bit more than just kind of standing around. So you kind of make a note of what tree you're by and start kind of branching out, making a little circuit around and looking for something to eat. And I think you can find a few bushes that have some late blueberries. I'm trying to think of time zones. Yeah, early blueberries maybe. Don't at me with my nature things. It's a magical forest.
I don't think people care. Nobody's going to be like, actually, blueberries only grow in this part. No. Like, nobody's going to do that. I think you're the only one concerned about.
I am. I can't
that.
help it. It's my brain. I like to get things right. So you find some blueberries, and I think you find maybe just a small kind of by itself, a wild apple tree. And there are a few apples on it that you could find that look tasty.
Definitely going to get those.
Okay. So yeah, apples and blueberries. And what did you roll?
21.
21. We'll say, yeah, magical forest. I don't care what it is. We'll say
banana.
that you can find, no, we're not in the tropics. I'm not going to throw bananas in the magical forest. We'll say that you can find an almond tree. So you get some little dried, maybe some almonds have kind of fallen around on the ground, and you can find some protein there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I like
nice little nuts and fruits for dinner.
Yum.
And twigs just kind of, they've been absorbing sunlight all day. They're good. You can also find a small stream to get some fresh water. I'll give you that. That was a good roll. Nature roll. So.
Cool. Then I will fill up whatever water receptacle that I have also.
Okay, yeah, you definitely travel with the water skin, so
Yeah.
you can fill that up and get some fresh water in there and settle in for the night. How do you want to spend the night? Twig, I think, is going to, because they are a plant, they're going to kind of just settle in and they just kind of drift off into little plant sleepy time.
Yeah. So I think Fizz will take some time to go over her equipment and just all of her things, the usual maintenance that is assumed is done over a long rest.
Yeah.
And I think she'll get out that little plant book that she had been showing Twig in the last episode and just kind of read that for a little bit. And I think before she sleeps, or maybe like as she is like laying down and closing her eyes, she kind of tries to focus on that feeling of magic from the forest again. And she's like all bundled up in, cloak, blanket, whatever she has, and is just like, to help her fall asleep, she's like, I don't know, trying to just focus on, it's kind of like the equivalent of a little bit of meditation or a breathing exercise before bed. She's just trying to focus on that feeling and bring it back.
Okay. Yeah. I think, and as you kind of drift into sleep, and sleep comes pretty quickly because you've had a long day. You've had a little adventure with the creatures, and then you've done some hiking and stuff and building your little shelter for the night. Sleep comes pretty quickly, but there is this kind of heightened awareness of the land around you, of the land you're like laying on, and the tree roots that are protecting you through the night. I think you fall asleep with this kind of feeling of it's not attachment, connection. This feeling of connection that you are a part of something bigger around you, and it is the world that you are, that you live in, that you've kind of just passed through in your life and made aware of nice, pretty things that caught your attention or whatever, and that you focused on learning with your different plants and stuff. But now you are really kind of starting to build this deeper connection kind of with who you are internally and the natural world around you. And instead of feeling like you're just kind of passing through it, there's a definite feeling of being a part of it.
And I think one of the last thoughts she might have before falling asleep is that, like, Bang is also somewhere on this world. So I think it's like a comfort for her that she feels so connected to, I don't want to say the earth, because technically earth is where we are, but the world, the land, and Bang's out there somewhere, also traveling wherever on the land. I don't know. I think
I like that.
Yeah, it might, like that thought might come if she's thinking about, like, she could hear this tiny little ant walking through moss earlier. And normally that's something that she would not be able to hear. So, like, maybe if she was a powerful enough druid, she could sort of extend her senses out through the ground and find her people again.
I love that. I'm going to make a note about that.
This is not a thing that one does in D&D.
No, not at all. But hey, you know what? Oh, I touched the cat and she ran away. She's like, oh, done. This is our little cozy world. We can have some fun with the magic system too. So Fizz, you are able to like the forest kind of falls quiet around you. There's the night sounds. You hear like some different little birds, maybe an owl, as you drift off to sleep, and you get a good night's rest, and you get a nice long rest, and
Yay.
all your magic, like you wake up feeling kind of refreshed and ready to face your day. What does morning look like for Fizz? Like mechanically, I know like that's how druids can reset their spells and kind of commune with nature. But what does this look like for Fizz?
I think for Fizz, it looks like, yeah, sure, why not? I'm gonna go with like yoga.
Okay.
She does some morning yoga. She goes out and probably packs up all of her stuff first, just so it's like there and ready to go. And then like part of her commune with nature thing that druids do is like she'll sit for a little bit and breathe, and maybe that's when she's like, switching her spells, whatever happens mechanically, and then she'll like do a bit of like morning stretches, and then she'll eat.
Okay. I think Twig is watching you, and they've kind of climbed out, like as you've kind of cleaned up. They've been like putting little leaves back on the forest ground, but they've found a little sunny spot on the roots, and they're just kind of there. They've got their little leaf wings spread out, and they're kind of just absorbing the sunshine of the morning, and they're watching you, and they see you do the weird little stretchy poses, and I think like after a little bit, they attempt to mimic a few of them, like holding their arms way up and moving their legs and just kind of trying to. They're not as bendy because they are kind of like, I picture them being like twiggy and segmented more than just like flowing and bending.
Yeah.
But they do attempt to do a few, and they kind of giggle a little bit as they're doing this. I
think Fizz would encourage Twig for sure. Like, yeah. And then you put your leg up there and open your arms real wide.
Yeah. And they do. They make all the attempts to kind of do the little different little poses that Fizz is going in. But they're always staying in this little patch of sunlight. And yeah, I think when you're done, you do feel like this kind of this surge of magic and nature kind of fill you as you kind of finish your meditations and finish your preparations for the day. And you have some nuts and some fruit left that you can kind of have for breakfast, and get ready to move on your way.
I think I would, no, I'll save the good berry spell. I was going to say I would do that for breakfast, but I'm not going to.
Okay.
That would give me 1 hit point. Oh, actually, I don't even know if it's like temp HP, so that would kind of be useless. Restores 1 hit point. So yeah,
okay.
No.
All right.
Also, I think she would find the tallest tree she can and try to see if she can see the river again. Okay. Like she knows she's getting into the mountains, like you said, so she's going the right way. But I think she would feel better if she at least knew where the river was, if she was still near it, or
okay.
Yeah.
You take a minute and kind of walk away from your campsite a little bit and start looking at the trees, and you see one. And actually, Twig sees this one first. They kind of point excitedly. It's a willow tree that is growing here, and it's odd because you've been mostly seeing like oaks and maples, oaks and oh my gosh, I can't say it.
Apples and bananas.
I was going to say mokes and apples, but kitten is back. Please just settle in. Okay. It's mostly been like oak trees and maple trees, and kind of haven't really seen these willows since you left the river. But there's this willow tree that's kind of there. You didn't see it last night because it was darker in the forest as you were setting up camp.
Mhm.
And it's a little bit away from where you camped. And it's kind of growing there, and the branches are kind of blowing in a soft breeze. And Fizz, oh my gosh, Twig gets really excited as they're like, oh, a willow, look.
Yeah, let's go that way.
Okay. You wander over to it, and it's not like the tallest tree, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's a very tall and very thick trunked willow. And as you approach it, it kind of shifts and moves, and you feel kind of a little vibration in the ground around you, and it kind of turns, and
The willow tree
the
turns?
willow tree kind of turns and looks at you
With eyes?
with eyes. Yeah, as you're kind of looking at it high up in the upper branches, you realize they do kind of form a face of sorts, and like there's the thicker branches at the top were kind of flowing down. And now that you're looking at this, it definitely has a face and a form to it.
Oh, hello.
There's kind of a soft, breezy voice that I don't know if I can manage, but I'll try. Hello, little one. And it kind of echoes through the forest here a little bit around you.
I've never met a living tree before.
I've never met you.
I'm a kobold.
A kobold. Oh, the small dragon. The small dragons.
Yes.
And this tree kind of leans down a little bit. And again, it's awkward, like Twig wasn't really flexible, but this tree kind of bends and leans down a little bit. And it's towering over you still, but there's nothing like intimidating about it. It's more of a curious and softness.
You know that feeling that I imagine, it's never happened to me before, but I imagine being in the ocean with a whale. You know, the whale does not mean you harm, but it's just so big.
It could
that you're
just
like,
move its
"Oh,
flipper
it's
and
getting
send you flying.
closer." Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, I think it's like, it's not really fear, but it's like, wow, like it's like Fizz is like, oh, okay. That's a situation that I don't know. I don't know.
Okay. And I think the tree, you kind of almost unconsciously take a step back.
Yeah.
And the tree stops moving. I don't wish to harm you.
That's good. I think I know that. You're really big and I'm really small. Okay. This is just really cool.
Oh, I am quite large. A moment. And this tree kind of, it kind of for a moment kind of freezes, and there is just this willow tree. And then you see the bark kind of shift and move. And then at the base of the tree, a portion of that bark almost kind of opens, and this figure steps out. And it's the texture of its skin, for a lack of it, it looks like really fine wood grain.
Is this a humanoid figure?
It's a humanoid figure, yeah.
Okay, and they, yeah, like human sized.
Yeah.
I guess.
A shorter stature human, not like very tall, but maybe
Okay.
about 4 feet tall, kind of steps out. And their skin is this wood grain. Their features are very kind of narrow, and they have these bright green eyes. And from the top of their head, what would be hair is kind of these really fine, like willow branches that kind of cascade down their back. And their arms are very long and slender, and their fingers are very long and slender. And they step out of this willow tree, which is now just looks like a willow tree there. And they come forward and...
Oh, that's much better. Not that... Okay, I really love the willow tree. It was just kind of overwhelming to have a conversation with one.
There's this laughter, and it's kind of a light, airy laughter as this being kind of approaches you, and they actually sit down on the ground next to you, and it's a little, it's not quite as awkward. They do, despite looking like wood, they are rather flexible, and they sit down and kind of look at you, and sometimes I do forget. When I am in the willow.
Well, my name's Fizz.
Fizz, that's a lovely name. I am actually was looking for someone, and they kind of hold out one of their long willowy arms, and with long fingers, and they hold it out towards Twig. And Twig just kind of steps into their palm.
You know Twig?
I know all the... I almost did Twig's voice there. I know all the weeplings.
Oh. Did you make them?
Oh, no. I am magical. I'm not that magical. I don't create life beyond my own. The weepling was missing from their home tree.
Mm-hmm.
And
Twig is traveling with me. Is that
Twig.
okay?
That's it. That's a lovely name.
Because I thought they were a twig at first.
They kind of giggle, and again, it's this kind of like almost like a giggly sound, like a bubbling brook of a sound, and they that is fitting. You are far from home, I think.
Yeah. I came from an island.
An island.
I was traveling with some adventurers, and it's me and my friend Bang, also a kobold. We grew up together. We're best friends. But we got separated.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So I'm far from home and far from my friends.
And you think your friends are in this area, or?
They're, well, we got separated in Grizzly Pass, and they were going to find something that's in Grizzly Peaks. Nope, that's not what it's called. What's that? The Orso mountain range.
Like, none of these words are registering.
Okay.
Like the names of it. And I think it's just like, I think Fizz would realize that those are the names given to these areas that by the people who made the maps or whatever, or who live there.
When she realizes that, she will switch it up and say, the tall people, they were going up high into the mountains, and we got separated where the rivers sort of converge. Isn't that what we decided?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're going that way, and I got swept away in the river, and so now I'm trying to find them again.
A kind of like there was confusion on her face, but then like a little sadness comes in, like as she's or as they're kind of listening to your story. And I lost my note about okay. As they're kind of listening to your story and they're thinking of things, and you seem very small to travel on your own, but you, and they look at Twig in their hand, and they kind of set them back on your shoulder. It is good to have a traveling companion. If Twig wishes to remain with you, I will not take them back to their tree.
I think Fizz would look at Twig, be like, "What do you think?"
I think Twig this whole time has just been in awe of this being. Excited for the willow tree, which felt like home, even though they knew it wasn't their willow tree, and they've just been kind of quiet now. But I think they kind of look at you, and they kind of look at this being and kind of settle into the little fold in your cloak that they've kind of made their own little spot now.
I want to stay with you, Fizz. I want to find your friend.
Aw, that makes me really happy.
I was really scared to go past the cherry tree, and then those things tried to get us, but you saved us, and I think it's just been the fun and learning, and then you have petals now, and it's very pretty.
I do have petals.
And when that happens, this being kind of looks at you, and they tilt their head, and they reach a hand out, like almost like they're going to touch you, but then like they hesitate a moment, and they just kind of hold their hand like near you, and you feel like this warmth and energy kind of flow over you, and then kind of surround you, and a few of your petals almost kind of start to materialize without you even like willing it or attempting it or anything. And they're kind of just studying you for a moment, and then they settle back down and just smile at you, and they're like,
What did you do? What was that? It felt nice.
it is a nice thing to see the you have a great depth of magic that
I do.
You do. Let's call it potential. Like this, and they kind of reach into the ground around them, and they pull up a little seed.
Okay.
I've always been intending this. This is something that we've kind of pulled into our world creation, and I love it.
Something that I came up with.
I know. I love it. So they pull out this little seed, and you can see it kind of resting in the palm of their hand. And this seed, it could become a full plant. It could become a tree, perhaps, depending on the type of seed that it is. And that is the potential that it has, the potential that lives within it. If it is cared for and nurtured by the world around it, by the soil that it lives in, by the air around it, and the moisture from the rain, it grows. And that is what you are. You are a seed.
I'm a seed.
Well, similar. The magic that you carry within you has much potential. And by caring for that magic and feeling it around you and working with it, it can grow and become something great and wonderful.
Oh. Do you really think I could be a really powerful druid?
I do. I sense within you there is a love and a feeling of connection and positivity that I think you can influence the creatures around you, the world around you, the people that you come into contact with through that love and that positivity that you carry within you.
Well, that's a lot.
It's a future thing. Where you are now, simply beginning. You're like this seed, and when you look at the seed now in the palm of their hand, there's like the tiniest little speck of a green bud kind of starting to grow out of it. And they show it to you, and this is where you are now, just beginning to grow into what you can become. And then as you watch, as she's talking, you'll start to see this green bud kind of grow and form a little small leaf. And they say, as you continue to grow and learn and experience the world around you, you start to grow like this. And the little bud grows and more leaves start to form around this little green stem. But be careful. Too much at once can be damaging and not enough. The way this too much sun and not enough moisture can destroy a seed. Too much negativity in your own life, lack of openness, a lack of hope, a lack of patience can turn negative. And this is like, oops. I think, and you see the little sprout kind of starts to grow and like more and more leaves come out, but then it almost fades and shrivels a little bit. But she says, or they say, take your time and learn and walk with care, walk with carefulness and respect for the world around you. And you will grow as intended. And the leaves just start to grow. Just a few of them start to grow, and a small little tiny bud appears. And then she kind of hands you that.
Aw.
Puts it in your palm.
Yeah, Fizz will take it and just kind of stare at it. And she's got druid craft, so she might actually make it grow a little bit more.
A little more, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you kind of pour just a little bit of your magic. And as you kind of direct that bit of magic into this, you've had this little, I think the druidcraft is like a cantrip. You've had this ability to kind of encourage plant growth. But as you focus on this seed and encouraging it right now, like you feel like there's this moment where you can almost kind of see what this seed will become in time. And you see this plant kind of grow. And initially it's just this small little twig with these little buds and little flowers. And then you see it growing and growing. And it actually becomes a tree. And you can see it like growing into this sturdy tree and kind of spreading its branches and providing shade and a home for birds and different, I'm going to call it an almond tree. So these bright pink blossoms kind of come over it, and then those fade away and you see little squirrels and other little animals coming in and eating the nuts and everything. And all of this, like, it just kind of like flash images as you kind of pour this little bit of magic into this seed. And the little growth that was there, kind of increases a little bit, and you get this a few more little leaves and kind of almost branches start to form. So this is just a couple inches, little couple inches tall sapling that you have. But yeah, you've never really experienced that kind of imagery when you've used this little cantrip before.
That was wild.
And I think that they kind of smile and nod. That is the potential of all things. Every seed can grow. Every seed can become something more than what it is in that moment. And I think you are aware of that now.
Yeah. I'm excited to see what I'm going to grow to be.
I am as well. And you kind of get the feeling when they say that. Give me an insight check.
Okay. 17.
Yeah. I think you get the feeling that like when this being kind of like held their hand over you, like that they saw what you could become. But as you kind of watching them in this moment, and they said like they're interested to see what you could become, I think you felt like there were two paths, like a good path and a bad path, which you could grow along. And I think you see them kind of, there's like that moment where they're like wondering, how you will travel and hoping that obviously hoping you go for the good path. But
yeah.
I think there's a little bit of curiosity with you, like wondering, kind of what your own future could look like.
Yeah.
And in a way that maybe Fizz hasn't thought about before. I think because Fizz is very kind of in the moment, and ADHD, you don't really, next year will happen when it gets to, but I think like in this moment, maybe Fizz has a little introspection of what the future may actually hold for her.
Yeah.
So I think this being kind of looks back at their tree and stands and says, "You are on the right path towards the river."
Oh, good.
And they kind of point kind of in the direction we're going, and then like a little bit, you were kind of heading more towards up the mountain, and they kind of direct you to go like follow the range instead of climbing the range, I guess. And yeah, I think I need to return to my tree. I don't spend much time out of it anymore.
Why not?
As I age and the tree ages, we support each other. And I don't like to be away. I don't like to be out as much as I used to.
Oh.
But I think perhaps Fizz will see each other again in the future.
I hope so. If I remember how to get here, I'll try to come back.
And they kind of look around, and as they kind of take a step back to their tree and put their hand kind of on the bark of it. I may not be exactly here, but I will be around.
Move?
And they kind of hold up their fingers to their lips.
Is that a secret?
And they smile. We'll find each other again, Fizz.
Okay.
And then they kind of step back into their tree, and you see the bark kind of close around them. And the tree doesn't really move or anything, but it does seem like as you're kind of watching this like transformation take place, the tree actually seems alive again. Like, and it wasn't dead. It just looked like a normal tree, but now it looks like you feel like if you saw a lot of willow trees, you could pick this one out. Like it has just a different feel to it. And whether that's something like that is an effect of your magic that's kind of growing, or the magic of this being and this tree. You're unsure, but there is a moment where you like, I would know that tree again if I saw it. Like even if it wasn't here in this area.
Okay.
And then it just kind of falls silent. You know, the little breeze is kind of there in this area. and willow, it's a willow tree. Twig is just kind of sitting on your shoulder, just in awe.
Have you ever met them before? Your willow tree doesn't talk, does it?
Not like that. I mean, no, my willow tree doesn't talk. It's just that the tree song I told you about, where you just feel the tree, but not like that.
That was crazy.
That was really neat what they did with the little seed.
Yeah. So Fizz looks down at the little sprout that she still has. We should probably find a place to plant this, maybe.
They start kind of looking around, like,
yeah, I guess.
So I don't know how long it'll stay alive in my hand.
Fizz just walks around for the rest of her life with this tree in her hand.
I have a cup to put it in. It's an almond tree. It's going to be really big. I don't know.
It's totally up to you here. Like if you have a little container and want to carry it with you for a bit, you can. Or if you want to find a place.
Like she doesn't want to, I don't know how root systems of almond trees work, but I think she would find like a, not right next to a tree.
Another tree, yeah.
So yeah, I think for now she will just take a container of some kind and put some soil in it and put the little sprout in that.
Okay, yeah. You probably have like a little jar that maybe held something at some point, like maybe some roots or one of your spell components or something for story. And yeah, you could put it in that with some soil and kind of maybe wrap it and hang it on your pack in a way, protect it. I think Twig is just like, they're fascinated with this little sapling. So they're for a little bit, I think they almost like, if you strap this on your pack, they kind of sit on the edge of the jar and are just kind of watching it. I don't think they've ever really watched this part of nature. Like they are themselves and they're kind of aware that they're this little magical creature, but like much like Fizz, they're starting to see more outside of their own world.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think they kind of sit on the edge of this jar and are just like watching and maybe like do something, waiting for it to kind of grow some more, but obviously it's not going to do anything right now. But yeah, I think they kind of have this little fascination with this tiny little sapling that you have.
Aw. I was gonna maybe I can find. Oh gosh, Cat.
She's obsessed with you.
Maybe I can find a way. What I need her to not do is step on my computer while it's recording. That'd be great. Hey, don't. Find a way to sort of attach the jar to the staff, but then I'm like, that seems like that's a cumbersome thing to do. So yeah, I think she would just let it hang from her pack, just like the side of her pack, so like she can glance back and check on it, I guess. Look at it too, and I think she's not sealing the jar, so she doesn't want it jostled around too much.
And I think like your pack is made kind of like with some straps and stuff to kind of attach pockets, things and stuff, so you can maybe it's got one of those little side pockets and you can just kind of
like a water bottle pocket.
A water bottle. They're perfect. And you could just take a little bit of twine or rope or even vine and kind of secure it there. It'll be safe for the time being, I think.
Cool.
I kind of want to stop here.
Oh, yeah, we can. It's a good place to stop.
It's a good place to stop. Okay. So yeah, I think right now, as you kind of set out on the path that the being dryad, I couldn't think of the word for it earlier, but I think you would recognize a dryad. So they kind of pointed you in the direction towards the river, and you can set out in that area, in that direction, and then we'll kind of come back to that in our next episode.
Okay.
Our next Fizz episode. I think we'll get back to Bang on our
maybe. I don't know. We could put up another poll.
Yeah, we could put it up for the patrons.
Or just keep flip flopping. I don't know. We could do every other.
I kind of like the flip flop for now.
Yeah.
We haven't gotten into anything that's so deep that we need to like pick back up right here and move on.
Yeah.
Kind of little bubbles happening right now. But yeah, I think Fizz has some little stuff to think about while she walks.
Yeah.
And yeah. Little potential.
Cool. Yeah, that was fun.
I want to speak on that for a minute. That was in one of our random side character writings things.
Yeah, it was I had, oh gosh, she just dug her
This cat.
her claws into my knee. All right. Yeah, I had a character who was teaching someone else how to do nature magic. And one of the things this character did a lot was take seeds, like flower seeds, and bloom them into flowers and then like hand them out to people. That was just like a thing that she did. And we called it Druid Craft just to make it fit with the character sheet. But yeah, I was writing this scene between these two characters and was like, what's the best way to talk about like nature magic? Like, you draw on the power of nature to do cool things. And so like the idea of potential popped in my head, probably from A Bug's Life. The seed is a rock, that whole thing. And I just went with it. Like you have this seed, and if you sit with it for a while, you can start to, like, anyone with magic can start to sort of channel their magic into it, but like too much and you'll burn the seed out and kill it, and too little and nothing will happen. But like there was this whole scene with like you actually like focus your attention in and feel this potential of the seed. And I think the character that she taught, like, the seed kind of took on a personality for them and was like, wow, this seed wants to grow. And like I envisioned it like petals, blossoms covering my hand, and they were surprised when they opened their eyes and it was still just a seed with a tiny, tiny, tiny little sprout coming out of it. So like sensing the potential in something kind of became like a thing throughout that whole story.
I loved it. We should put that scene, like we should go in there and put it up on Patreon.
Oh, that would be fun.
As a little snippet scene.
Yeah.
That was one of my, when I read that, we do a lot of writing together. And when I read that scene, I think had been at work or Leslie, I don't know when you wrote it, but I came back and I was just like, oh, this is beautiful. And I love it. and like, we're like, that's just going to be kind of our magic vibe.
Yeah.
Like,
it was fun to write. And then we pulled that whole concept into like some other D&D games that we ran for our patrons. And it's a favorite now.
It is. I really love it. Like I think we should put that up on our Patreon.
Okay.
For our patrons.
Yeah. If you want that little scene, if you want to read what I'm talking about, join our Patreon.
You explained it way better than my dryad did, but it worked in the moment, I think. So yeah, we can wrap this up, and we will be back in a month on July 1st.
Probably with Bang.
With Bang.
Yeah.
Oh, good. I'm excited.
Yay.
I'm excited to see what Bang's up to.
Me too.
All right. Thank you guys for listening, and we will see you in a month.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.